What happens when a party once known for moderation finds itself accused of embracing extremes? Tonight, that question isn't coming from a political opponent. It's coming from within the headlines. With rising tensions between progressive and traditional wings of the Democratic Party, one Fox News segment is making waves for how it lays out the case.
And tonight, it is the one-year anniversary of what is probably the single worst running mate selection in American history. Just to remind you.
Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that. Many times I will talk a lot. I will get caught up in the rhetoric. But being there, the impact it made, the difference it made in my life, I learned a lot about China.
I'm running for vice president. I'm a knucklehead. Well, he isn't just a knucklehead. He's extreme, he's radical, he's erratic, and he might be one of the worst governors in the country. Coming up.
That's how Sean Hannity tees up what quickly turns from a critique of one candidate to a broader warning. According to him, extremism isn't just rising on the edges. It's taking root at the center of Democratic politics. And the names he calls out might surprise you.
But we begin with a very serious warning. The Democratic Party is going from bad to worse. A transformation is now underway, and extremism is taking root right before your very eyes.
But Hannity doesn't just make this claim in passing. He backs it with sound bites from Democrats themselves. He points to figures like Senator Elise Lumpkin from Michigan, who praises Zohran Mamdani, a New York City mayoral candidate and self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist.
The economy and a new generation of leadership, to me, are keys to bringing that next generation into politics.
Is that why you think Mamdani in New York had so much success? It wasn't necessarily his progressiveness, it was his age?
Yeah, I've said very openly that I never would be called an expert on New York City politics, but the two messages were like a blinking red light. How can you miss them? People are still extremely focused on the cost of living and how they can't get ahead. Still the motivating issue. And then number two, they want that new generation of leadership.
But Hannity warns, don't be fooled by fresh faces. He argues that this new generation is pushing radical ideas under the banner of progress. In his words, this isn't just about age, it's about ideology. And he uses Mamdani's own words to illustrate his point.
A lot of people are afraid of the word socialism, and a lot of people have misconceptions about what it means. I'm a democratic socialist, and what socialism means to me is a commitment to dignity, a state that provides whatever is necessary for its people to live a dignified life.
A commitment to dignity might sound uncontroversial, but it's the specifics that draw criticism. Hannity claims Mamdani's policies include government takeovers of business, redistribution of private property, and even communal housing initiatives. In short, what conservatives label as Marxism.
Property, he doesn't believe in billionaires. He wants to place New Yorkers in communes.
But it's not just Mamdani. According to Hannity, this mindset has spread across Democratic strongholds, from Minneapolis to Capitol Hill, framing it as a wider shift. He lists names like AOC, Jasmine Crockett, and other members of the Squad as proof the base has changed.
You would kind of be hard-pressed to find anyone on the left openly criticizing their radical socialist base. They know this is now the majority view of their base, of their party, of the most outspoken voices.
Of course, critics argue Hannity is cherry-picking fringe voices to paint the entire party with one brush. Others say the Democratic Party is merely evolving, not radicalizing, opening itself to wider viewpoints from younger, more diverse candidates who've grown up with different struggles and priorities. But the central question remains. Is this the growing pain of a party adapting to a new era, or a drift into ideology that could backfire in national elections? That's a debate only voters can settle. But one thing's clear. What used to be the fringe is now being heard in the front row. Let us know what you think. Is the Democratic Party shifting, or is this just a fear-driven narrative? Comment below, and stay tuned as we follow the facts wherever they lead.